A first alert weather day for the heat and humidity out there. Of course, we are adding to our 90-degree day tallies for the Hartford area. We are at 4 so far this year. We will add another tomorrow and again on Friday. Today, we made it into the 90s for most areas and then some upper 80s sprinkled in along the shoreline. 87 in New Haven, 80 in Groton. That cooler water really having a big impact on southeastern Connecticut's shoreline temps. Here's the view on our iCam in New Haven right now. We can see the moon up above. Some cloud cover lingering, still 75 degrees in the Elm City. Here's the view high above our capital city where it's 78 right now. Winds are to the south at 8 miles an hour. If you're heading to Cromwell tomorrow, TPC River Highlands for the Travelers Tournament, here's the air temperature, not what it will feel like, but the air temperature itself, 94 degrees. We've been giving you the first alert to this since last week. Another first alert weather day tomorrow due to the combination of heat and humidity. We're going 99 for Enfield and Windsor Locks, 97 for Hartford, 95 for Torrington and Vernon, 91 for Chester and Norwich along the shoreline, mid and upper 80s. So you do get a bit of relief if you head to any area beaches tomorrow, and that will certainly be a welcomed change. Air quality alerts remain in effect for tomorrow too, 11 o'clock in the morning until 11 in the afternoon, or rather the evening. And this is especially true for those sensitive groups who have pre-existing conditions, high concentrations of ground level ozone. Not only that, it's just going to be downright hot tomorrow. Heat index values back up above 100 degrees. Friday, a first alert weather day for heat and humidity with some afternoon storms expected, some of which could bring downpours, strong wind gusts, and lightning. Now, over the last 6 hours, we've been watching some decaying thunderstorms through parts of Massachusetts. They fell apart by the time they reached the Connecticut border. Perhaps a brief sprinkle in, say, Summers, but otherwise, we stayed dry. Tomorrow, it's going to be similar, where we see the most development to our north, and these storms will have a tendency to stay away from us. However, as the evening progresses, we could see some weakening storms try to work their way into northern Connecticut. And then on Friday, a bit of a different story. As the boundary moves farther south, we'll begin to see some showers pop up possibly as early as noon. And the earlier that we see rain, the lower those high temperatures will be. We're still expecting 90s inland on Friday. But again, we'll be watching closely. However, there's a greater risk in the afternoon and evening for some stronger storms in the mix. We're in this level 1 risk here for potential strong thunderstorms on Friday, mostly centered around western Connecticut. The greatest risk associated with those would be, of course, frequent lightning and again, some perhaps gusty winds. But what could be a bit of a bigger issue here is the amount of moisture that we have in the atmosphere allowing for downpours. So the excessive rainfall outlook here on Friday showing a level 1 risk. We are still in this oppressive range as we get a little later into the week. Look at this huge spike in the dew points on Friday before dropping back just a little bit early next week. So if you're heading to Travelers tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, keep an eye to the sky, especially later in the week. But look at these temperatures, still even in the 80s over the weekend. While we get just a little bit of relief, it's not going to be much. Isolated thunderstorms possible both Saturday and Sunday in the afternoon, and then again on Monday. And we'll see a cold front across Monday. Look at these overnight temperatures, 70s for most. We will likely watch shoreline temps top out in the 80s throughout the course of the weekend into the start of next week. And after this front moves through early next week, we do trend a bit less humid. We haven't seen much rain. We can actually use a little bit, believe it or not. We now have over a 2¼ inch deficit. Very dry June thus far. However, Stephanie, maybe not great for golf, but the risk for rain certainly increases later this week as thunderstorms become more possible starting Friday and lasting through the weekend.
Oh boy. All right, Mike. Thank you. The Travelers